How does Kraken access local and cloud storage? Let's talk about how Kraken works when accessing files, whether it uses cloud copies or local copies. When Kraken is asked to open a file, the first thing it does is check if the file exists on the local disk. For example, when we click Open, we are telling Kraken to open the folder where the asset is located. If we check the folder URL, we can see it follows the project naming convention, but it is empty. If Kraken were working inside the project network, this folder would not be empty because the files would already be stored there. So when we click Open, the system checks if the correct file exists in that folder and if it matches the right version. If it does, Kraken simply reads the file without downloading anything. In this case, when we click Open, the system downloads the file because it is not available locally. This allows the artist to work by provisioning the file. If we decide that Kraken is not allowed to download files, we can change this in the project settings by removing the local folder or disabling downloads in the pipeline configuration. In the pipeline settings, we can set Kraken to not download any files. Once this option is disabled and the configuration is saved, Kraken will no longer be allowed to download assets for any artist. From that point, if we try to open a rig file again and click Open, the system will show that downloads are not allowed. In this case, it will only try to access local servers. If we click Open, no download will happen and the file cannot be opened. However, the system may still try to connect to the local server. If the file is not found locally when opening Blender, it will result in an error.